Well, here we are doing a Facebook Live at the Maine Medical Center Research Institute with Dr. Clifford Rosen. Thank you. Our topic today is osteoporosis, the cause, how to prevent it, how to treat it, the latest research, which you are doing in your lab right here in Scarborough. I want to make sure you know who Dr. Rosen is. He is a senior scientist and he's director of the Center for Clinical and Translational Research at the Maine Medical Center Research Institute in Scarborough. I got it right?
You got it right, Diane.
Okay, I'm Diane Atwood and I write the blog Catching Health. I also host and produce the podcast Conversations About Aging, which is a Catching Health podcast. You are free to ask any questions. I hope you will. Just write them in as a comment. And I'll be doing my best to keep track here. Forgive me if I don't do it well. If I don't get to your question, I will follow up with you later, I promise. Again, I'm Diane Atwood, Catching Health, and I'm with Dr. Clifford Rosen, who knows all there is to know about osteoporosis. So let's get started. The first thing that I'd like to ask you is just what is osteoporosis?
So traditionally, we've defined it as a reduction in the amount of bone tissue you have. And that's the sort of standard definition. So you have less bone, but it really is less bone that doesn't work well. And part of that is that the structure inside the bone, it's not only less, but the connections are disordered and they're weaker. So I would say that it's a disease associated with weak, low quality bone.
Well, it doesn't sound very good.
It doesn't sound good, but the good news is you can see it early, you can prevent it. We have great drugs, and we don't have to wait to a fracture to start to treat.
Because oftentimes somebody doesn't even know they have it until they do have a fracture. Is that right?
It's very silent. So if you think about it, it's just the deterioration, the micro deterioration of the skeleton. The inner structures, what we call trabeculi, are connected sort of like this, and they sort of break down. And so you lose that sort of the struts that are necessary to hold the bone together. And that is quiet. You don't really feel it when your bones are being dissolved. And it's measurable by bone density, and that's where we really pick it up.
Okay, well, I'd like to go back to the beginning.